Hi, my name is Kayla McClure, and today I'm here to enlighten you on why you should be respectful to all of your healthcare providers. Your healthcare providers, specifically your nurses, are there to help you in any way that they can, but when you don't treat them with respect, you no longer get that same respect back. Are you mindful of your nurses and the way that you treat them in a healthcare facility? Nurses are there to help you through your illness, but that becomes really hard and challenging when you don't show them that same respect that they show you. Nurses are your friend. Nurses are your guidance and your light at the end of the tunnel through the entire journey of recovery of your illness. They're the ones who know everything. It's actually the hardest undergrad degrees that you can get because we are responsible for the same amount of information that doctors are responsible for, but without the licensing and the residency and all that stuff. So we know pretty much the same amount of stuff that they know. We have all the knowledge to ensure your recovery, a safe, smooth recovery for you guys. And we're there for you regardless. I'm not there to make you miserable, even though you think we're making you miserable because we're asking you 1,000,001 questions about your health, your past health, your family history, things that you probably don't want to answer, but we need to know in order to better your health. In all reality, who do you see more, doctors or nurses? Well, the answer is nurses, because doctors are AWOL all the time. You see them once or twice, if you're lucky, in a day, depending on what you need or your condition. Nurses are the doctor's saving grace. They're their eyes and their ears when they're not around. The assessment that nurses take is pertinent to the diagnosis and your health in the hospital. So why would you treat your nurses poorly when they're the ones helping you, when your doctors just walk in and then basically just take all your money because they make a lot of money? Nurses dedicate their lives to save your life. They go to school for 3 years and work their butts off. They don't have a life. They study for 9 hours a day. They're sleep deprived, and they're there to serve their community because that's what they have a passion for. They have a passion for serving others and helping them through their journey of their illness. Treating them with the same respect that you want is key in life, just like our moms and dads told us when we were younger. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It carries through our entire life. You can't just be rude to someone and expect them to be super nice and give you everything that you want and what you need in that moment, because they're not. No one's going to do that. We're all human, and we all have a temper, regardless, even if you don't want to admit to it. If you yell at a nurse down the hallway, "Nurse, nurse, nurse," and to get them to come to you, you're degrading them as a person, as a human being, and just as a professional in general, because they're doing something that they love and what they have a passion for, and you're so degrading. They have a name, you know their name, it's written on a whiteboard in front of you. You can press your call bell and call them directly, or there's a light outside your door. And at any bond support facility, there's a no pass policy, so anyone that works there that's walking down the hall has to enter your room, even if it's not your nurse, to check on you to make sure everything's okay and you have what you need. So there are policies in place for us to come talk to you about things and attend to your needs without being rude to us. Yelling at them down the hallway to get their attention isn't the best way to get our attention, because you can't really hear because the hospital's really loud, and that makes me not want to come to your room because you're just yelling at me for no reason. Nurses rely heavily on the help of the family. If your family is really outspoken and it's really confused and they're yelling at the nurse, there's no way that the nurse can provide the health care that the patient needs if the family's in the way. If they're distracting, if they're inhibiting what the nurse is trying to do for the family. If the family's yelling at me because they're confused about something, I'm not going to want to completely explain the situation and go into detail about how this system is affecting this system and how that's causing them to be sick. I would just give them a general overview of this is how we became sick and walk out, because I'm not going to waste my time when I have 5 other patients that are being compliant when this family is screaming at me for no reason because they just got there and they're confused. Everyone's confused, I get it, but you can't be rude to the person that's taking care of your loved one and helping them through their journey of illness. Why would you purposely make things hard for your nurse when all you want is for your family member to become better. Nurses are the foundation of the hospital and the medical profession as a whole. If you as the patient of the family, or the family in general, don't show the nurse or nurses with respect, how can they do the job that they are highly qualified for, and the job that they have a passion for either? They simply can't. That's the only answer. They can't do what they're trained to do if you're inhibiting that and being rude to them, because they're not going to be the best nurse that they can be to you because of that. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes at the nurse's station that you don't necessarily see or witness because you're in the hospital room the whole time. At the nurse's station, that's where all of the magic essentially happens. They call your doctors, they call the occupational therapists, they call the rehab people, the respiratory therapist, anyone that needs to come see you, they call. They do all of this for you and for your health. They say treating others the same way that you want to be treated is very applicable in this situation and just in life as a whole. You can treat your nurses however you wish, but if you treat them poorly, you'll see how they'll react the rest of the shift. And if you treat them respectably, you will see a world of a difference. If you don't believe me, you can try it out yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it because I see it every day in clinicals. Thank you.